I'm finished down enough Ubuntu. G'day viewers, I'm going to finish off touching this TV up. This is just bloody pornographic. This is how you make TV. I might look at this little board here, since that's the one I tapped that made the most difference when I tapped it with a hand like a screwdriver. I don't see any dry joints on it. Is it a connector on it or something? Might be a connector or something on it. It's gone intermittent. Can't see one. Good old terminal, good old fashioned terminal strip. I kept touching up. I reckon there's going to be a little bit more, but I can't see the bad solder joints on this thing. Some botch components here: resistor, diode, capacitor. I'll cord them to there. Let's see. I was going over them there, as I said before. The high amperage, high powered components are getting all the soldering done first. Since they're going to get amps put or current put through them, they'll end up getting the worst joints because they work the hardest and they expand and contract a lot. A fatter dry joint there, one there, one there. Okay, that's going there, and that's going to that transistor. Okay, there we are. Trace TR552. Good old fashioned Toshiba TO3 outline transistors. I like how they use them in TVs. Gives it that industrial, well-made appeal to it. Even this plastic transistor, he has a blue plastic instead of the black like I use these days. Some even use green plastic instead of the black moulding. Anyway, let's do some more touching up. Oh well, I know I'll lose a good vintage TV aroma unfortunately, but that electrical parts cleaner has got all the necessary chemicals in it to get rid of dirt, grime and especially corrosion. So there was a little bit of corrosion on this heatsink on this transistor in here, so I'd rather have the corrosion protected because you know leads and resistors and things do corrode as well. So the electrical parts cleaner took care of all that. Just gave everything a good bath in it. It's a matter of getting it all dry now. I got the air compressor going so I can blow a majority of it off and hurry it up so it dries quickly. Give a quick wash on the flyback. Wash that board there, wash the whole board down, even that tuner module. Because all that dirt in here, I've seen there's bits of corrosion on it for me. That's not really good because that dust can be conductive. And that's if the circuit board's just dirty and you got high voltage like this, a flyback and everything involved, those sorts of voltages, that's not really good. So it's best to get it as clean as possible for the maximum longevity of this set. And I really do like how it's got a linear power supply. You've got big bulky power transformer, a nice linear power. You get your diodes, filter capacitors, resistors, even big ass fuses. Look at those big capacitors under there. Whew. Now that might be actually, no, it's a filter. That thing down there is actually a filter. It's one of those filters off switch mode power supplies. It's got the cogs where you wind the two coils on. That's just got a enamel coated and sealed. That's the vintage equivalent. Anyway, let that compressor charge up. Keep blowing everything out of here. It's got a bit more garden waste they've got to blow out of this thing yet. Yeah, you can smell that cleaner. It's going to smell a bit like electrical parts cleaner, but this is good stuff. And yes, it's flammable, so I've got to make sure this is dead dry before I even think about powering it back up again. Yeah. That, I was going to buy some contact cleaner, but I bought this instead. But I have got some anyway, because this stuff does leave residue behind. It degreases and it leaves a white mark behind. This stuff's better again than contact cleaner. This does an even better job, so if your contact cleaner doesn't work and you don't want it to leave muck behind, use this stuff. That's the best stuff, that. It's good stuff. Now I got the DVD player hooked up to it again. For some reason I couldn't get the bloody the TV converter for this to work. Every time I plugged it in, the graphics card completely shut down. I had to completely power down the machine and repower it up from the mains. So, anyway. Back to where it was, original channel. Oh, a little bleedy. Yeah, I gotta tweak it up a little bit, see? I've got everything turned up all the way there. It's not bad. There you go. That's where it was there. That looks better. I can still tweak the colour amplifiers up a bit on the neck board like I did with this one. I've got to get a really good test pattern DVD made up. That's looking beautiful. And I can smell, oh, the vintage television smell is gone. It just smells of this stuff. Hopefully it'll bake off and get the vintage smell back. Because most of it was all the lavender stuff from the garden that it was from. But at least all the corrosion's gone. That gets rid of all the corrosion and protects the components in the board. That's better, look at that. That is beautiful. It's completely tuned right in. A little bit of a line up there still, yeah. She still needs a little bit of tweaking, but when I get a really good workshop, have a good mirror set up and do some serious tweaking and get these things to their absolute optimal that they should be. Anyway, that looks good. Oh, that looks... I like how it chirps like that when I turn it off. So they've both got good picture. Let's just need cabinet work now. Anyway, I'll watch something off camera and see how it goes. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.